Hello, everyone. I'm excited that you're joining us today. Welcome to my free training call on the top 3 mistakes people make when detoxing and some options for what to do instead. My name is Julianne Wutke, and I am a vibrant aging expert and the owner of Julianne Wutke Health Coaching. If you're here live, I'd love to know that you're here. Please drop a comment in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching the replay, thanks for making the time to watch. All right, we have about 30 minutes together today, and I promise you're going to leave this conversation knowing exactly what to do so you can have a successful and safe detox. As we get started, I'd like to quickly get some housekeeping out of the way. Now, because we only have about 30 minutes to share information, we may only be able to answer a few questions at the end. So if you have questions for me, you can type them in the chat, or we can just discuss after the webinar. All right, the information I'm sharing today is being provided to you for educational and informational purposes only. It is being provided to educate you about how to take care of your body and as a self-help tool for you to use so that you can reach your own health goals. It is not intended to treat or to cure any specific illness, and it is not to replace the guidance provided by your own medical practitioner. This information is to be used based on your own best judgment. If you suspect that you have a medical problem, I urge you to take appropriate action by seeking medical attention. All right, now for those of you who don't know me, I first became interested in health coaching because I needed help. Several years ago, I had one of those moments in life where I had just had enough of feeling bad, and I knew I needed to get better. Shortly after I turned 50, my life became extra stressful. My elder parents needed help. My family finances were in crisis, and I was using food, alcohol, and denial to help me deal with it. Yeah, I was about 50 pounds overweight. My joints felt achy. I was generally really miserable. I was determined, though, to get my health back. And so I began my own journey. Eventually, I found the right system, the right support, and the right accountability to make lasting changes. And now I just love helping other people do the same. All right, so let's start by talking about what it means to detox and why it's important to consider a detox. Well, first, it's important to understand that our bodies already are using their natural detox process all day, every day to keep us healthy. It does this by flushing out chemicals and toxic substances through our colon, our lungs, our kidneys, and even our skin. The reality is, though, that we live in an increasingly toxic world, and we're exposed to more toxins on a daily basis than we are used to. We run into problems when we're overexposed to toxins, and our bodies really just can't keep up. Our livers are responsible for organizing the toxins that enter our system and then distributing them to one of the 4 channels of detoxification. In fact, if you notice that you have dull skin or are breaking out, you might be in need of a detox because the skin is usually the body's last resort. It is the least efficient detox organ. So when things start coming through the skin, it's probably because the body is starting to get a little desperate. When the liver gets overloaded, its primary job is to keep you safe from the overflow of toxins because for those of you who likely know, that can cause all kinds of damage to our bodies. The way the liver keeps you safe, however, is not so great. It actually wraps those toxins in a ball of mucus and stores them in our fat cells. Yuck. The reason so many people have trouble getting rid of fat in certain places is because the cells there just can't be used for energy. They can't be burned while they're still holding that toxin inside. A detox or cleanse program helps by letting your liver activate those toxins that are stuck in places like your belly fat and other fat cells throughout your body. And once those toxins are reactivated, they can move out into the bloodstream to be dumped out into the body. This is great because this means stored toxins have been removed from your system, and your body is now able to burn up fat cell, the fat cells that it's been storing toxins in. It's a double win. All right, finally, and this is actually the reason I think that is most important, and that is that a detox or a cleanse can reset our eating habits. Have you ever noticed that once you start eating junk, it's really easy to let yourself keep eating junk? It's like when you have something maybe that's not so great for breakfast, and then at lunch, you maybe start thinking, well, I've already messed up this day, so I might as well just keep on going. Now, why is this bad? Why does it seem like such a good solution at the time, even though you tell yourself you want to focus on taking better care of your health? Why is this so hard? If you've ever caught yourself doing anything like that, then a simple detox could really be a good idea for you to help you get back on track with your eating habits. It's something I and most of my clients do on a fairly regular basis, just to help me, hit the reset button and to help continue to improve when it comes to what I'm putting in my body. Now, if you've never detoxed before, or you've never had a successful detox before, you're likely wondering how you can detox in a way that's actually going to work for you. And that's exactly what I want to talk about in this class. I've noticed that when people aren't successful with their detox programs, it's usually because they're making at least one of three common mistakes. And the funny thing about these mistakes is that they are really not your fault. In fact, when I made these mistakes, I was just doing something that the detox or the cleanse experts were telling me to do. The reality is that their models just did not work for me. The real learning here is for you to allow yourself to make the choice about detoxing that's right for you, no matter what any expert, including myself, tells you. All right, let's get to the mistakes. Mistake number one: doing a detox that's too complex. A detox is an incredible opportunity to look at your eating habits from a different perspective. Most of us have attachments to certain foods, whether it's sugar, potato chips, a glass of wine at the end of the day. Many detox programs require you just to give up a lot of foods all at once. Some even require that you give up food altogether and just live on juice for 2 weeks. The reality is that those dramatic shifts in our eating habits don't usually stick. As a matter of fact, they usually don't work at all. And when we're being asked to change everything about the way we eat, it can be really hard to find the ingredients and to do the prep work we need to be successful. Plus, many of us don't have time for like a really long detox program, like 21 days, 26 days, 30 days. Our lives simply are not set up to support that. That doesn't mean you can't detox. Anyway, there are plenty of 1 and 3 and 5 day detox programs that are quick and easy to do, and they deliver real results. Even better, there are plenty of detox programs out there that take a lot of the work out of it for you. In fact, I no longer will even consider doing detox programs that don't help me by giving me recipes, shopping lists, and suggested meal plans. I need that kind of support to be successful. I'll bet you do too. I remember once I did a program that lasted about 7 days, and I only got about 3 sample recipes. Yeah. I remember being so confused about what to eat that I just kind of gave up halfway through because I really couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be doing. If you've ever experienced something like that or similar, I want you to know it really wasn't your fault. It was just that you didn't have the support you needed. The moral of this mistake is that if you're searching for a detox program, be sure to choose one that gives you like done for you recipes and checklists and shopping guides and enough information so that you're set up to succeed and you're not feeling frustrated and stuck. All right. Mistake number 2, going it alone. Ever tried to use just like willpower to get yourself to do something? How did that go? If you're anything like me, probably not too well. Were you able to get what you thought you needed, or did you end up in worse shape than when you started off? I know I did. I personally have tried to force myself through detoxes and other programs all on my own, and it just never ends up well. When I rely on my willpower alone, just kind of toughing it out, I end up just feeling frustrated. I feel like a failure and really a little bit ticked off. When you really think about it, it's kind of silly, but for me, food is really about friendship and relaxation and being included, with other people. And when I've detoxed before, all on my own, it felt like a punishment because I just couldn't wait to get to the end. It really stinks too when you're eating food that's very different from what your friends and your family are eating. All right. Now, the solution is that now, for example, I figured out that it's really important to if you can, get a few buddies together so you can support each other as you detox. Really, the easiest way is to join a group detox where there's a leader and where you're able to connect with other detoxers. I know that was really helpful for me. Considering how easy it is to connect with people all across the globe these days, you can be part of a detox community, whether you live in a really densely populated city or if you're way out in the country. Even if it's just you and your spouse or you and your best friend agreeing to do a detox together, having a support system like that in place increases the chances of success so much. You're so much less likely to cheat if you know you've got someone on your side. And it's even easier to stick to a detox if you're using an easy to use system and a professional facilitator, regardless of what kind of a detox feels right for you. Give yourself the benefit of having a cheering section to help you when you're going through your detox, just in case. All right. I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can get a really supportive program after we talk about mistake number 3. All right. Here is mistake number 3. Punishing yourself. Oof. I've had so many people tell me that they are nervous about what's going to happen when they detox. They worry about being hungry. They worry about getting too tired, or frankly, spending too much time in the bathroom. Now, let's be really clear about one thing. Detoxing sometimes has a negative connotation for some people. And, that's really too bad, because here's something really, really important. It is absolutely not necessary to do a hardcore cleanse or detox that forces you to suffer in order to get the benefit from detoxing. Many detoxes are, in my opinion, actually far more dangerous and damaging for most people than they are effective. On the other hand, gentle and whole food-based detox is incredibly effective. And those types of detoxes can be more likely to help you make lasting change that impacts your health over the long term. Because seriously, what is the point of doing like a lemon juice cleanse if you're so miserable halfway through that you just give up and dive into a bag of tortilla chips, right? This is actually one of the worst things you can do, because one of those extreme cleanses where you've pushed your body into believing that it's starving, well, guess what happens when you eat something and your body thinks it's been starving? Yeah, you guessed it. Your body stores that food as fat immediately to protect you from impending starvation and death. So it kind of backfires if you do too extreme of a program. I also want to address that if you choose to do a detox or a cleanse, you should do a program that you want to do, not one that you felt like you should do, or your friend did, or I don't know, your coach did. Choose one that feels right for you and your needs. Allow yourself the opportunity to work up to, a bigger detox if you want. Later, or listen, very few people are capable of taking on difficult physical challenges. For example, you don't go from not running at all to suddenly running a marathon without, just don't do that. You have to have some training and some learning. So let your detox experience be similar to that. I promise you won't feel like you're deprived or suffering. Now, before I recap the 3 mistakes most detoxers make, I want to open up the line for questions. I want to take a quick intermission to talk about what I mentioned earlier, and that is how you can go deeper into a super supportive, gentle, and effective detox program that I offer. You may already know that I am uniquely qualified to talk about what beginners need to do a detox, because I've had so many clients who have never tried detox programs before successfully complete my detox program. And I have to tell you, it's been so much fun. I remember what I felt like when I started my first detox. I was worried I wouldn't be able to stick to it. I was wondering what on earth I would eat. And frankly, I was worried that I was going to cheat. If your curiosity is piqued about detoxes now, but you're nervous about trying your first detox on your own, well, you know what? You're in the right place. I'd like to invite you to join me for my summer 5-day detox for beginners. There will be a virtual group detox starting on Monday, July 25th. And if you'd like to find out more and sign up, the info will for the registration page will be a link in the chat that you can find if you're joining us live here. And if you're watching the replay, it will be posted with the video. Okay, so the 5-day detox for beginners is different from other programs because it focuses on real whole foods. You'll be eating foods that are familiar and yet will help your body cleanse because it increases your natural detox capacity. You'll be able to use these recipes again and again as well. The 5-day detox I'm offering is perfect for you if you've noticed that your eating habits have gotten off track, if you can tell that your body is feeling sluggish, or if you know that it's time for you to hit the reset button or your eating habits. Since the program is just 5 days, it's a really great way to get into better habits in less than a week. The 5-day detox for beginners also includes tons of support. I've already mentioned that it's one of the biggest mistakes I made when I first started out was trying to do it alone. Although this works for some people, I just happen to be one of those people who does a little bit better when I'm held accountable and when I have a place to go to get support and to ask questions when I'm stuck. That's why the 5-day detox program includes online members only community, along with a suggested meal plan, tons of recipes that are perfect for summer and the produce that we have available to us this time of year, and done for you shopping lists. If you happen to be on your computer right now, you can go ahead and go to the registration page for the summer 5-day detox for beginners. That link is going to be posted if you're here with us live in the chat. And again, if you're watching the replay, it'll be posted with that video. All right, so I'll say it again. Don't worry if you missed the chat. You know what? I am not going to actually say that link because I'll just post it with a replay if you missed it. All right. And as you can see, there is, if anyone is clicking on it now, there's a lot of information on that page. But I just want to make sure that I can quickly share a couple of the most important pieces, and then I'll open up the line for questions. All right. Oh, here's something special. You may have noticed if you're looking at that link online. One thing that's not on that page is a really awesome bonus you'll get when you register by Friday, July 22nd. As a special bonus, I've put together a Make It Last post-detox handbook just for you that details the exact strategies I use to make my post-detox glow last as long as possible. You'll get the Make It Last handbook when you sign up for my summer 5-day detox by midnight on Friday, July 22nd. A lot of my clients understand that transitioning back into their regular world post-detox is often the toughest part because they feel so great and they don't want to take any steps backwards. I've created an action plan for you that will help you transition and just make things last. And you'll get that handbook when you register for the 5-day detox by Friday, July 22nd at midnight. The doors close on registration for everyone by Sunday, July 24th. But to get the bonus handbook, all you have to do is sign up by July 22nd. All right. To register, again, go to that link and click sign up now. So let's do a quick recap of those 3 mistakes. Mistake number 1, you don't take on something that's too complex just because you think you should or your friends are doing it. Instead, find a program that meets your needs and your time frame. Mistake number 2, going it alone. Misery loves company, right? No, not really. Just kidding. But it does help to have a partner when you're detoxing, or even a group of people when you're trying something new. Joining the summer 5-day detox program is a perfect way to experience a detox with like a class or a cohort of people who totally get what you're going through each day during the program. All right, let's recap mistake number 3, which is don't punish yourself. If I had to say this in just one sentence, it would be this: trust yourself and your body enough to know that your body will tell you what it needs. That means if you find yourself really struggling or hungry or lightheaded when detoxing, do what you think you need to do to take care of yourself. You don't want to force yourself to go through a part of a program that really just isn't working for you. I really aim to detox with people so that they have the right blend of support, real food, and real life flexibility. And that will help make you set up for success instead of set up for struggle and feeling inadequate. Okay, so I'd love to open it up for questions. There are a couple that people had sent in ahead of time, and while we're waiting for people who are here live, I'm going to get into a few of those questions now. Okay, here's a question. Oh, it's pretty open question. I guess during the detox, what can I expect? All right, well, that's a good question. People have different detox experiences, and they have different experiences each time they detox. Remember, I told you I have clients who detox regularly. Actually, they will do these my seasonal detoxes with me regularly. In general, you can expect to learn about your eating habits. You'll likely feel better, look better, sleep better, and many people lose weight on my 5-day detox programs. All right, the reality is that a 5-day detox isn't going to just magically fix everything, but it's part of a process. It's extremely valuable. And if you find that you feel better in just 5 days, imagine what will be possible after 10 days or a month, a year. My clients feel better for the long term after working with me. And we focus on what you can eat much more than what we aren't eating. All right. Hopefully that helps. All right. Here's another one. Oh, this is a really good one. Most of my clients are really busy. So I am super busy. Can I realistically do this? Oh, yeah. Like I said, most of my clients They're juggling all kinds of things. Well, the answer is yes. You will need to carve out a little time to prepare, right? Just like I'm not going to promise that this is some kind of a miracle solution for all your health problems. It's not. I'm also not going to promise that there's not just a little bit of work involved, but it's also so simple. It's really, really simple. I provide real food. It's all based on real food that you and your family are going to be able to eat. As a matter of fact, my family, every recipe I've made, they love. It's like great. The meal plan, if you want to follow a meal plan, that's great. If you don't want to follow a strict meal, that's fine too. But it's very clear what the daily protocol is so that you'll know what to do and what to eat if you like. And I've created something that everyone can follow. It's a done for you shopping list. I love that. You don't have to make a whole list all by yourself. Done for you shopping list that allows you just to print it out ahead of time and go to the grocery store to get what you need. I've also broken out this detox that you can detox at the level that's right for you. So if cutting out certain foods like, sugar and alcohol is a serious stretch for you, then start there. If you want to go a little deeper, you can do some optional supplementation or some of the optional things to help boost your body's detox. But you can very much detox at your own level. Okay, great. Well, I'll tell you what, I think that's all the questions we had for today. And if I missed your question today, go ahead and feel free just to message me directly. Again, I want to thank you for being here on this call with me. I've had a lot of fun sharing and answering your questions. If you have further questions, please feel free again to email me. You can always reach me at juliannehealthcoach@gmail.com. And if you want to find out more about the detox details, head over to that information and registration page, and you'll see I've got a ton of information listed there. And really, that's it for today. Thanks, everyone. Talk soon.